Hello mates, welcome to MMA Fanatic, and today we'll be diving into the factors of how Ilia Topuria and Charles Olivera will win their fights. We will look at their stats and we will look at how they can secure victory. Specifically, Charles Olivera, how can he win this fight, because he's the major underdog here. He's been counted out, and we're gonna look into the factors like how he can secure this victory against a menacing challenge like he has never seen before, Ilia Topuria. So before we dive into the tactics and techniques like that Charles Olivera can implement to win this fight, I would just like to go to the stats. So you can see it, UFC 317 is about to take place in less than few days. And here are the stats. Charles Olivera has 35 victories with 10 losses, whereas Ilia Topuria, who is only 20 years old, has only 16 wins with 0 losses. And the major factor here that everybody likes to talk about, especially the Bronx fans, Olivera fans, is the height advantage for Olivera. Olivera is taller. Olivera is 5 feet 10, whereas Ilia Topuria is only 5 feet 7, and that is a fair factor, is a thing to be known for. You can't undermine this factor. Height matters a lot into this fight. Height and reach, these are the most important advantage, and I believe for Charles Olivera this will be very important. When in terms of reach, Olivera has like 5-inch reach advantage. For Topuria it might not be anything, since he fought a guy for 7-inch reach advantage, and he still knocked him out in the second round. Talking about the Jai Herbert fight, which was also in the lightweight division. But anyway, this is not Jai Herbert. This is Charles Olivera, a known finisher, a known striker, a known submission artist who can, if there's anybody that can destroy you, if there's anybody that can actually beat you in a spectacular fashion, it's Charles Olivera, and he should be counted entirely. I, as a Topuria fan, I'm not counting him entirely. So he has a reach advantage, he has a leg reach advantage, and he has a size advantage in terms of height. And he's also a bit heavier on the average day than Ilia Topuria. So the bigger difference that he can implement in this fight is his size, and the only way you can do that is by implementing your wrestling. If the Bronx wants to win, he has to implement his wrestling. Charles Olivera, as you know, is a fan favorite. He has always been a fan favorite. He's a -400 underdog in this fight. So people are counting him out a lot, even though I'm a Ilia Topuria fan. Ever since he beat Bryce Mitchell, I've been a known believer and known supporter of Ilia Topuria. I think Ilia Topuria can beat anyone. But when they announced this fight, I knew this fight will show this, like Topuria being the most dangerous and Olivera having no chance. Now, in my honest opinion, Topuria has a solid chance of winning, and chances of Olivera winning are very less likely. But he still can win. You can never count anybody out. And the keys for him to win this fight is something like this. He has to implement his size. He can't be just fighting there, going toe-to-toe, fighting and going for a full strike matchup, which he has been talking a lot. He has to implement his grappling. He has a huge grappling advantage. He has at least 10, 12, 15 years of grappling advantage here, experience I'm talking about, and he can do it. But the key way to do it is not just directly going to wrestling. He has to implement some things. He has to do that. And one of the bigger factors that I think he can implement here was against, like no one has, he had back control for most of the time. He showcased the striking. He showed the difference between all the fights, which you've never seen before, and mostly the leg kicks and whatnot. Leg kicks were phenomenal in this fight. Leg kicks were supreme, and that's what he can do against Ilia Topuria. His leg kicks are going to be a key difference between Ilia Topuria. He can't win this fight just going for boxing. You can't do that. If his idea here is to just go for boxing, then good luck, because we all know Olivera defensively not a great fighter. Can't be going out there thinking, oh, I'm just gonna fucking wrestle. Can't be doing that. To actually back off, because Topuria will do that. He will make him back up. If Olivera goes backing mode, and if he's just backing, he's gonna get knocked out. There's no easy way to put it. He's gonna get knocked out. That's just it. You can't be doing that. And he has also a lot of say to him. As you can see, we're gonna look at this.
Só problema, só leão. Essa é a diferença. Dia 28 vocês vão ver quem é quem.
I had that confidence once when I didn't have a loss. But then you face somebody that's not going to walk backwards. I'm going to push forward. I'm going to walk forward. I'm the problem of this division. I am a lion, and I'm not going to back down. You're going to see this on Saturday, on 28th. I'm going to go for it.
No, Olivera seems to be very confident, and he's saying, like you can read the caption here, Charles Oliveira says he will walk forward against Ilia Topuria. Now, I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad, because if he backs a lot in this fight, then there's an easy victory for Ilia Topuria. And if he walks forward without implementing keeps and leg kicks and moving lateral and implementing clinches, which are a very important factor, he's also going to get knocked out here. But I would advise him to move forward, because I think Topuria might have a problem, because nobody backs up Topuria. That's the problem. Only Jai Herbert did it, and he had a lot of advantage before he got knocked out in the second round. So if you can put your pace on Topuria, you might have some, like you can have some advantage. So Charles Oliveira should absolutely do that. He should walk forward, but be a little careful, take care of his head movement, and don't just walk straight into him. And do not stay in the pocket. That's the most important part of this video. Don't stay in the pocket. 1-2 jab kick, come out of the reach, circle around, go for clinch, but don't stay in the pocket for too long, because Ilia Topuria is a masterful at boxing. And you're gonna see some of the clips that he has recently been putting out, and you're gonna know why. Like, this guy made an edit to show his recent trainings, and he looks very improved, very phenomenal, very smooth. He has been training for Olivera for about 6 months, I guess, because he knew like chances of him fighting Islam Makhachev were a little less than fighting Charles Oliveira. So even in this training, you can see he's implementing boxing, leg kicks, spinning back kicks. Spinning back kicks is something that I've seen a lot in this recent footage of Ilia Topuria training. He's been doing that a lot. I think he might have seen some. He might have implemented, or he's just trolling us at this point because he knocked out Max Holloway. So he's just trolling at this point, but could be a different. He hasn't really showcased his entire skill set. There are also some other edits here as well. So yeah, this one right here, I guess, is where he talks about
full power. So I can't wait to shine once again in front of all the people and to achieve one more dream that I have, which is to become 2 weight classes world champion.
So it's poor Charles already. Guy is so confident he doesn't even care. Look at this spinning back kick, man. I'm gonna show this to you again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this might be a new weapon in his arsenal to beat Charles Oliveira, and he can do it. Don't you dare fucking say like he's just being cocky. I mean, we have seen what he has been doing recently. This guy's a menace, and for him to win this victory, for Topuria to win this match, he has to just do what he does best. That is basically just do what he does. For in the lazy way to put it, he has to beat Ilia Topuria. But in my opinion, following the things he shouldn't do. Like, don't go out there and expect for a 1-round victory. Now, he has been saying that a lot, but I think if you go with this mentality that I'm gonna totally beat him in the 1 round, you might make some mistake. And Topuria has one bad habit that I as a fan, I've observed. He sometimes overextends. Sometimes really overextends his combinations, and he throws a lot. Like, he swings a lot with his punches. So if you do that against a guy like Olivera, then his guy is a counter puncher, and most of his knockouts came from counter punching. Michael Chandler is a classic example. Justin Gage is a classic example. Jared Gordon is a classic example. He counter punches a lot, and he has a swift hook. That swift hook that he lands on people, and it's game over. So if Topuria wants to go out there and just overswing a lot, hoping that he will land something big, then good luck, because you are literally telling that I'm gonna risk it, and you can't be risking against Olivera. Olivera has a size advantage, and he can use that against you when you're overextended like that. He can hold you in a clinch, he can go for a takedown. He might not be able to hold you there, but he can gas you out. One of the biggest key difference that Olivera can make in this fight is taking this fight to above 4th round, to go after the 4th round, because after the 4th round, Topuria's confidence might go down. Now I know I'm a Topuria fan and it sounds like bad against Topuria, but I'm just being a fan of the sport. That's what I'm saying. All in all, I think Olivera needs to check his head movement. He needs to implement his striking, kicking game a lot, especially oblique kicks, which he did against Michael Chandler. Those are menacing and have improved against a guy like Ilia Topuria, and wrestle a lot, and don't stay in the pocket. Don't stay in the pocket. As for Ilia Topuria, Topuria just needs to do what he does. Be precise, be concise, don't overextend your combination. Don't go in this thinking like I'm just gonna knock out. I know he's just playing. He might be able to knock out Olivera in 2nd or 3rd round, that's my prediction. But don't be too reckless, because he sometimes become too reckless. So these are my breakdown, and that's the way I think this fight is going to be. The fight will take place on June 28th, which is just 3-4 days away from now, and it is the one of the biggest fight that will go down in 2025, other than maybe JDM versus Islam Makhachev and DDP versus Khamzat Chimaev, I believe, are the 2-3 major fights. Other than that, this is the main event. It's stacked, as you can see, the co-main event as well, between Alexandre Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. I'm gonna make a separate video on that as well. So if you like this video, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again. Goodbye. Topuria by KO, round 3.